Oh.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm choosing to ignore the cuts and bumps and bruises. I'm cruising through these haters, leave them looking stupid. They foolish if they think they'll ever hear my conclusion. I'm through with all these promises and the excuses. I'm bruising eagles left and right every time I do this. I'm shooting for the top, no I'll never settle where you did. The future's in my hands, my grip will never lose it. My crew is ready to obtain the absolution, removing any doubt that we was ever fooling. Come on, step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on, follow us to the new revolution. Come on, step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on, follow us to the new revolution.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little
deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. You're watching. You're watching Still Toking with. My name's Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard, and I've been upgraded to gorilla behind the keyboard, right?
Oh no! After that screw up, you're fucking demoted back to monkey.
What about
right
chimp
back
behind
to
the keyboard?
monkey?
Monkey? How about chimp behind the keyboard? There we go.
Oh my god,
Benjamin, how's it going, my friend?
It's going well. It's going well. I could think of quite a few things we could have said behind the keyboard, but
Go for it.
No, we'll stick with chimp. We'll stick with chimp. You might be able to upgrade to monkey again, but we'll see what happens. How many times you push the wrong fucking button tonight?
Oh, leave Leo alone. Leave Leo alone.
Jeffrey.
Leave Leo alone. Don't pick on Leo.
So what's everybody doing good out there? I am.
Doing great. Jeffrey, I don't know if you've noticed, I got a little something in the background here.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Check this out.
Hey, that looks familiar.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Awesome.
Yeah, totally. So, Jeffrey, would you like to introduce our awesome guest?
Yes, please. Butcher his name. Butcher his name.
Well, I'm going to.
I know you are.
Because we talked backstage before we went live, and I never asked him how he wanted me to introduce him. So,
oh, you can't see it. Oh, look at that! I wrote it on a piece of paper. Good, I wrote it on a piece of paper. I was going to show it to you.
See it.
And guess what?
It's hilarious.
It fucking blends into the background, dude.
That's awesome.
You're on your own.
So I'm gonna call him Rick.
Oh God, no! Oh, dear God, no! Dear fucking God, no!
Let's welcome Rick Aviles.
Oh God, Jesus, that was even worse. Oh my God! Thank you for having me, though. On a serious note, my full name is Ricardo Abdel Aviles. Last name so nice they put it in there twice.
So it's Aviles.
Aviles.
Okay.
Yeah. My father had a stutter.
It's not Aviles.
No, God, no. My dad had a stutter, and they never caught it. So yeah, that's why it's in there twice.
You're host of the Rico Podcast, and
yes, sir.
You're a comedian and translator as well. What else are you?
I do a lot of things. I'm also I'm a purple belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu under Brian Stuebner under the banner of Kyotera. I've been training for 8 years. I'm a veteran of the armed forces. Currently, I'm the host of the Rico Podcast. I also do comedy, when I can.
I think we already mentioned that, though, didn't you?
Yeah, and then I'm
going to fucking speed it up a little bit here?
I'm also the number one thing I'm most proud of. I'm not a dick. I'm also a father, and I'm also a husband, and that's like the main priority for me nowadays.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Excellent.
it.
Look at that. Show's over, folks. Go the fuck home. We're out of here. Oh, I was told by people I shouldn't swear as much.
Really? Who the fuck said that?
I don't know.
Right.
Who the fuck said that? Don't swear much.
Right. So
people who say don't swear much are just always nervous.
Was it my mom that said that?
No, your mom actually said swear more.
Oh, okay.
And she said pick on Leo even more.
I can see that.
No, I don't think she did. I don't think she did.
Every time I see her, she's like, I love those Toking guys.
Does she really?
Yeah, she does.
See, my mother can't even say that. She doesn't even speak English, so.
Well, we would have to call you to translate.
Right?
God, no. I'll mistranslate that. ¿Qué dijo? He said, fuck you in Spanish. Yeah, straight up. Just look at her square in the face and be like, Mom, this is what she said. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that, man. So how are you guys doing?
Good.
It's good,
You were born and raised in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Puerto Rico in Aguadilla. It's a
in
Aguadilla.
Aguadilla.
There you go. That's actually a really good pronunciation. And I went to school in Arecibo, which is it's another northern town. And turned 18, 19, decided to join the Army. Not much to do on the island. Ended up joining the Army as an MP. And lo and behold, straight out of base, like 25 days later, I was on a plane to go to Iraq. So that was as much as I got to enjoy American culture.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, went to Iraq for 15 months, sober, and for less than $100,000 a year. Yeah, and came back, ended up going to Missouri for a bit, and then went to Korea. Korea was awesome. Seoul was really amazing. It was beautiful. I was in a SRT there for a little bit, and a lot of problems in Korea back in the day. I don't know if you guys keep on with international news, but back in those times, there was a lot of soldiers getting in trouble with like rape and sexual misconduct and stuff like that. So we were responsible for transporting those soldiers out of the country when they, when they were sentenced and stuff.
You fucked the wrong chick. Now you got to leave.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens. Other times, guys who are up north on near the edge, they'd come down and, be banging things that aren't even legal to bang and
right. Yeah.
end up going away, and then after that I got out and I came and decided to stay in Missouri just because I loved it. And I ended up loving Missouri, and I'll live and die here. I love this town. It's pretty awesome, Springfield, Missouri. And now I just I teach people Spanish. And I run a podcast and just pretty mundane things, man. That's pretty much where I'm at this point. And now I'm on this podcast talking, which
well, that doesn't sound mundane at all. Actually,
I don't know,
because that's kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I hope it's not mundane.
I was gonna say you ain't doing half of what he just said. Okay, maybe not even a quarter.
Jiu-jitsu helps, man. Jiu-jitsu really helps.
I was gonna say, yeah, you definitely ain't doing jiu-jitsu, Jeff. I mean,
no, I can't even do fucking yoga. I hurt my neck.
Really?
Yeah.
Should probably get that checked out.
You hurt your neck fucking driving.
You should be able. Yeah, that's not good, man.
So
might have like some other problems.
Well, that explains a lot how he keeps on hurting himself acting.
Well, that's because we keep fucking him up.
Oh God, you people are brutal.
I mean, yeah, we dropped an 85-pound steel shelf on him.
Jesus Christ, what?
Then we rolled him down this fucking ramp in a monster truck tire.
Okay, what for though?
For the film.
Oh, okay, the
TV series.
Yeah.
We did our own stunts in the TV series, so.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Jeff seems to always end up getting the concussions.
Ooh, you gotta watch out, man. How old are you, Jeff? Like 37?
Yeah.
Look at him smile. He's like, fuck yeah, I'm 37. Tonight I'm 37.
Tonight
I'll meet you later.
It's like tonight I'm 37.
No, I'm 37 if you take that little blue thing.
That's good.
You trying to get Blue Chew as our sponsor?
What?
Blue
I don't think that's where we were going with
Blue
that.
Chew. That's a lot of podcasts are getting sponsored by Blue Chew now.
What the hell's Blue Chew? Is that like Viagra?
Never heard of it.
It's like Viagra that you can order like secretly online.
You guys are getting sponsors? I love how everybody's like, "God, where's your sponsor? We got sponsors."
Well,
that's cool. They get little questions to say that. That's cool. I didn't see that. That's pretty dope. You guys got a really good setup here, man. This is really
it works.
Nice. Yeah,
I have fun.
Good. That's good. As long as you're not hurting yourself or others.
Oh, I didn't say that.
That's why
I can't make any promises.
He has to sit during the show. We don't want him to fall and get a concussion.
Right.
Hey,
right.
I feel you, man. I travel with a 50-year-old dude that's my co-host. Trust me. I know.
Yeah.
So you say you travel with them. Do you do like shows on the road or what do you do?
Yeah, we travel.
Stick your face in here. I want to see. I want to see this dude. Come on. What's his name?
Eric McElroy.
Eric, co-host, right?
Yeah, he's my co-host. We've been
Yes.
friends for a little while.
Just a little while.
We were traveling.
Okay, don't get too comfortable. You're not going to be
Too
staying there
late.
very
Too
long.
late. Sorry. You invited me. Too late.
No.
Too late.
Oh my god. No, man, we were doing a lot of shows. We were doing shows with like we did shows with Kevin Hart. I'm sorry. Oh my god, Kevin Hart. No, G King, who's been on Heart of the City with Kevin Hart. Who else? Kevin Farley. We did shows with Kevin Farley. Shayne Smith. Adam Gable. Who's the guy that's been on Gotham? Ian Edwards is my homie. Ian Edwards is my homie. Like, shout out to Ian, by the way. He was just opening for Rogan on New York. He was in New York, and I think they're going to Boston this weekend too. I think so. Yeah, they're so Ian's with them. So Ian Edwards with them. And then Josh Blue, he's a good friend of mine. I met him a few years ago. He just got third in America's Got Talent. So shout out to Josh, man. We pushed really hard. We were hoping he would win, to be honest with you. But
so Ian's your homie, and he's traveling with Rogan right now.
Yes, sir. Me and Ian are pretty good friends.
Whoa. Time out. I am not a sir.
All right, Ben.
Thank you. Well,
he's traveling. He's traveling with.
I say you text Ian the fucking link to the StreamYard and be like, "You guys ain't doing shit right now. Come on, it's Wednesday night. We know you ain't got a show. Come on."
They're probably out partying, man. I know.
That's the whole point,
right?
See, yeah, and that's the
Catch
thing.
them
Like
behind the scenes.
Oh God, no, dude. I'll tell you this. I haven't told this story. So we hung out with Ian last time he was here a couple weeks ago, and he texted me after a show at like 10:40 at night. And he goes, "Hey, I'm hungry. Come pick me up. What are we eating?" Well, for those of you that know, Ian's vegan. He's been vegan for a very long time. It's a bitch to find something to eat for a vegan. Like it's a fucking bitch around here.
Can't you just go to the fields?
Dude, I told him at one point, I'm like, why won't you fucking just eat meat? You're not going to lose your fucking superpowers. He's like, whatever. And fucking, we end up on a Burger King at like midnight, okay, to get the fucking Impossible Burger. And every time somebody hangs out with me, like past 10 o'clock at night, a fucking crazy story happens. So we're heading back to this hotel, and we're heading south, and I hear a car chase happening. Like I recognize it's a car chase. I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar. I remember this. And I look behind me and I see that the lights to go north is red, but the light to go east and south is green. And I was like, oh, this is going to end bad. And sure as fuck, I see the guy hit a car, and I flip because the guy that hit the girl, her car like turned around a bunch. He flipped his car somehow, and then he got out and started running. And I look, and the girl's like having a seizure. So I like get out of the car and I run, and I help her out or whatever. And I pull my hamstring, and Ian like runs up to me. He goes, no, get up, my man. You goddamn hero. Get in the car. Don't walk like that. And I was like, yeah, man, thanks. And as he gets out, we leave him at the hotel. He goes, man, you're a fucking hero. Like you saved that girl. I was like, thanks, man. He opens the door, gets out. He goes, hey, Rico. I go, He's like, remember, after 30, you got to stretch and drink more water, my man. Have a good night. And just slams the door. And I was like, did I just low-key get roasted by fucking
right?
Ian?
Yes.
He did. He just fucking roasted me. I pulled my hammy so bad. It was so sad. It was so sad.
He's
like,
right.
I'm telling you.
He's right. After 30, you got to stretch and drink water.
Yeah, man. That's why I
after
tell those.
40, it's
After
ibuprofen.
40, bro, fuck that. I'm getting bionic implants and testosterone, man. I ain't stopping. Jesus, I got to keep going, man. I got people that rely on me. But yeah, man, that's pretty much how it goes, you know. I know you had brought up that I was a translator and whatnot. You guys want to cover that a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What you guys want to know about that?
Well, obviously you translate Spanish, right?
Yes, sir. I'm a certified Spanish translator and interpreter, translator through the CTP, and through DOD. I'm a certified translator. And what? And I know English too. I also have a bunch of degrees that I've never used. I have like a major in criminal justice, a minor in organizational leadership, in counterintelligence operations, cyber investigations, psychology, and like 2 other things that I can't remember right now.
Wow.
I'm a bookworm.
And
yeah,
I'm just,
cyber jobs are.
I'm just a woodworker. Wow.
Dude, but that's cool though. I don't know. I'm not very good with my hands. I don't know what to do with my hands. So I have to like really read a lot.
Quick,
that falls back to the micro penis.
So about the micro penis. All right.
Well, hold on, Leo's
Go ahead, Leo.
No,
Leo's like, wait a minute.
I was just going to say,
back.
well, it's something that could possibly help you out. There's a huge shortage right now in the for cyber jobs for like cybersecurity.
But with the experience that I have, I just get put to do like child pornography cases and stuff, and I don't want to go back to that. I actually stopped this month. We haven't made an announcement, but I won't be doing. What I'm known for very well is as a translator is. For many years, I've worked human trafficking cases. I've done some child pornography cases, child exploitation cases, and that's where like my business, the Language Ninja Solutions, came from. Like that's the ongoing joke. Everybody's like, the Language Ninja. But it's rough, man. It's like really rough. Those cases are, you can't really say anything for years. And then sometimes you don't even know the outcome at times, So it's like, as an interpreter, you have to remain really neutral, But once you can't remain neutral, like that's when you need to just stop. So I had a case that was really rough recently where this woman had ran away and she was kept in a basement. And without going into much detail, she was 5 months pregnant and she didn't know. And when we got her to the hospital, I was the interpreter to tell her, hey, you have a baby boy, because she was pregnant. And like after that, I like came home and told my wife, I'm like, I'm fucking done. Like I'm done. I can't do this anymore, man. Like that one fucking broke me.
And this is coming from somebody that served in the military.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
That's no fucking joke.
Yeah, the case that like really like made me really popular was a case in the state where a mom was charged with trafficking her daughters, and I was their interpreter from beginning to end, from when they removed them from the home to where the mom ended up getting pregnant and had another kid in prison. Like it was a whole ordeal. That one went really well, man. Those people they got justice was served, whatever that means for people.
Right.
And but they don't always end like that, man. They don't always end like that. There's ones that the cases are like really bad. I had one where the kid ended up dying because the kid was it was a incest case, and the child ended up dying eventually, and that was rough. That one was really rough on me because I'd seen the kid and everything, And I also did search and rescue in Joplin when the tornado hit. And that was like my first, I had been at war, but like seeing that destruction here, like it really, it really makes you appreciate things, it really changes your perspective. And I always tell people I have a negative view of the world because I look at everything as like shit, everything is shit. But when nothing really bad happens, like it's a great day. Like my outlook of the world is really shitty, but yeah, man, that's what I'm like known for. Now I teach classes on through a guy named Edgar Hidalgo, who COVID like hurt him a lot. So he moved back to Colombia to run a company called Trans Interpreting. And that's where I teach classes. Like I have a drug class that I teach interpreters where I teach them like how to say, the slang stuff and whatnot. And, I have a CPS class, Puerto Rican slang class, which actually that class does really well. And I'm making a domestic violence class because I also work with the domestic violence shelter up in, is it Lake of the Ozarks up here? Or, yeah, what was it called? Freedom's Rest. Freedom's Rest. Yeah, so I do a lot of work there. But yeah, man, that's my life in a nutshell.
Man of many hats.
Yeah.
Tell them about the letter you translated for that boy.
Which one?
You said he was going to. They thought they were going to.
Oh, well, yeah. Funny story. We had don't use Google Translate. And if Don't fucking use Google Translate. I had a situation where I was called to. I not called. I got a letter from a school that I translate for, and they said, "Hey, we think that this is a death threat," and we put it on Google Translate. And this is what it said, and that's not what it said. What the boy was trying to say is, "I want to fuck your ass," and what they put on what Google Translate said is, "I'm gonna fuck your ass up," which are two very, very different things.
Right.
And it went from, "Hey, the cops are gonna get called," to, "Oh, okay, we need to have a different conversation." And man, that's where culture comes in. Like you gotta like really know the culture.
Right.
And that's what I tell everybody with anything. Even like when you write jokes, like what's your culture, what's your target audience. But yeah, man, they were about to like tell his kid. So what ended up happening was he had to tell his mom that he was gay, and the mom said the most realist thing I've ever heard. She's like, "Well, I'd rather you be gay than be a murderer. So hey, it's all good." And I was like, "Oh, all right, that's real. That's real talk right there, bro."
Right.
Hispanic moms don't fuck around, bro. Hispanic moms they're scary. They pull that chancla out and better fucking run. I'm telling you, man. I grew up with that. It's a sandal, man. The la chancla's the sandal.
The sandal.
But yeah, man. That's pretty much what I've done there. Currently,
you notice nobody's asking questions, right?
Oh,
it's just like, well, no, man, it's perfect because you just kind of took it and you just went. You can tell that you run your own show.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude.
Oh no, it's not being rude.
I've done
for a great show when a guest can come on and we don't have to literally sit here and look at these notes and ask these questions because they just feel comfortable and they just
see. I can just sit here, be high, and fuck with you.
Yeah, or you can just have an organic conversation and
right. We have we have organic.
I'm glad you went there because we were talking about the micro penis earlier, and I thought you were going to say orgasmic conversation, and I just was like, wait a minute, Leo, hold on.
No.
Little like tidbit of information, and this is I always have to dork things out, but actually, mistranslation is in the news this week. Have you guys watched Squid Game?
I have not.
Squid Game. It's on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet, but everybody's
on my list.
It's not an actual game show, but it's a show in Korean, and basically this guy's down on his luck. He can't afford to pay his bills or anything like that, and he's offered to enter a game for money. I don't know the full story, but essentially the game turns out to be like, players get killed. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
like the most dangerous game. It's like something.
Yeah, but it's very unique though.
Yeah,
it's like super unique.
Yeah.
Any of you ever been to Korea?
No.
Bro, Korea is awesome. Go to fucking Korea. If you can afford the $6,000 to $1,000 ticket, they speak English. They speak fucking English. I remember when I told people I was like gonna travel the world and whatnot, and I was gonna like join the army. Everybody's like, no, they don't speak English. Bro, I got to Korea and like when I landed in Osan, I think I landed in Osan. I landed in Osan or Busan. I think it was Osan. And this guy goes, this rock dude, the Republic of Korea soldier goes, "What's up, man?" Like, huh? I'm like, did someone turn on the subtitles? Like, what the fuck? And he goes, "Yeah, man, we all have to learn English at a young age." And I go, "Oh, it's like in Puerto Rico." And he's like, "You're Puerto Rican?" I go, "Yeah." He's like, "You're really white for a Puerto Rican." Like, yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I'm really white for a Puerto Rican, bro. I'm like Fat Joe white. Like, yeah. I don't know if I can say the N-word, though. That's I gotta. Yeah, a Korean dude pointed that out. But yeah, man, that's Korea's really nice, and they have great shows, and they have great They have really good party centers, man. They have really good party places, and they're just really cool. Like Korean people are just Asian in general, man. I've been to Japan a little bit on vacation, and dude, if I could move to Japan, I would. Any of you guys ever been to Japan or anything? No. Dude, you would love it. It's so beautiful. It's so clean. It's so like it's like really different, and like the respect that they have for their elders and stuff like that also is like really different.
Wow.
So like, you know, it's like you see people if like, you know, an elderly lady steps on the train and you don't move.
I should get there pretty soon then.
Dude, hey man, telling you, I got grays, bro. That's why I shaved my head. And like I had people thinking I was 40 and I was like, motherfucker.
Well, I thought you just naturally lost your hair.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I you know, it's all the stress, you know. You know what's funny? I didn't get grays until I went to war. And no one in my family did. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. At least we know, we pinpointed where the fuck the problem was. That's just life, isn't it? Oh, man. I tell you. Leo, you had a question earlier for me, I believe.
No, I was talking about...
He goes, nope.
No, Squid Game, the translation.
Then,
yeah. No, I was going to say the translation error. They dubbed the show. And for the subtitles, they used, I guess, auto translate off the dub.
Oh God, help me.
So, yeah. So
all right. Here's a problem with that, man. Here's the problem with the translating, the interpreting world is that everybody thinks that automated is good, and to an extent, right? It's like anything. Everything is a good tool when you use it. The fucking problem is that when you rely on it, number one, machines can't copy culture, not yet. Okay, that's one thing. And like one thing I'll give an example is like, you know, like you guys here have like bullies, right? In the U.S., like the continental U.S. I'm sorry, Puerto Rico is part of the U.S. So like growing up, we didn't really bully each other. It was kind of like, let's say me and Jeff are friends, right? And me and Jeff are really good friends. And I look at Jeff and I go, hey Jeff, I don't fuck with Ben. I don't hang out with Ben. I don't like Ben. And Jeff goes, being my friend, he trusts my judgment because we're friends. So if I tell Ben if I tell Jeff I don't fuck with Ben, then he just doesn't fuck with Ben and nobody talks to each other. But like here, like I remember when I moved to the States, where fuck that guy. And I'm like, why are you saying those things? Like, do you know him personally? And like, it's always been a cultural shock to me, like how people like give each other shit. That took me a while too. Like when people used to give me shit, I was like, man, these people don't like me. And everybody's like, no, they love you. That's just how we are over here. We just give each other shit. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, the more shit you get, the better you're liked.
Right.
Is that how it works?
Yeah,
sit in the corner and look pretty. Anyways. That dude's gonna stab me in my sleep. He's gonna take my soul. I mean, I don't have one. The army took that, but you know. Oh man, the military. How you guys feel about that Afghanistan ordeal?
Wait, that falls under politics. We don't.
Oh, that falls under politics.
Yeah,
never mind.
Religion.
Switching questions. So how would you guys fuck Afghanis then?
Hey, Leo. I think it's time to run a commercial.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it's about that time.
I apologize.
Oh, don't apologize.
Yeah.
Let me find the right button. Otherwise, Ben's
what are you running tonight?
What am I?
What do you want me to run?
I don't know.
Prospector?
Yeah, run the prospector.
Run the prospector.
Do you have the hot sauce one?
Do you guys have a hot sauce commercial?
Send me the hot sauce one.
I put it in Dropbox like 3 weeks ago.
That's cool.
In Dropbox 3 weeks ago. Hold on.
Yeah,
Leo, you're fucking it up, Leo.
I put it in Dropbox with all our appearances.
No, he's good. Leo, you're good.
Leo, commercial 1 HS.
It's all love.
Yes, Leo is the fucking man. Okay,
I know he is.
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down real quick for our viewers tonight. We had a guest. Unfortunately, he had a family emergency and couldn't appear tonight. This happened literally an hour and a half before we went live. So I reached out to a couple of PR people that we deal with, Steve Joyner being one of them. Steve said, hey, I got this guy, Rico, man. You'll fucking love him. He put me on the phone with this guy. He talked about a micro penis and KY jelly in a fucking hotel room.
No.
And listen,
hey,
right?
Leo, mute. And
I said, I love this guy. We got to get him on the show. Leo made it happen. Go ahead, Leo.
Okay. You know what? While this is processing, as always, check the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. Stay here because there's going to be plenty of show left. But we have a lot of people that support the show. One of them being the Prospector Theater, and here we go.
Did you know around 83% of Americans with disabilities are unemployed? We are changing that. The Prospector Theater is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to providing competitive and integrated employment for adults with disabilities through the operation of a first-run movie theater in Ridgefield, Connecticut. We greet, seat, and treat our audiences to the best, most accessible movie-going experience in the world. Hollywood blockbusters, delicious gourmet popcorn, and one-of-a-kind pink glove service. Join us for a movie and see our sparkle in action. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit www.prospectortheater.org.
And so you can learn more about the Prospector Theater up above or down below. And, Ben and Jeff, they have a hot sauce. Check it out. Find more information up above or down below. I keep on saying it, but you know what? If I keep on saying it, you won't forget it. And so Real Cynthia is saying we need a mass unban. I'm not sure what that is about. Might be, I'm just going to say this so everybody watching can find out. If you're going to be rude to the guests that are on the show, we don't like that. And I will block and delete you. So I have the
fuck
power.
that. Give them my address and tell them where my gym is. We'll fucking solve it there.
Nobody tonight. But there was a show. There was a show this week.
Talking about tonight. Yeah.
There was a show earlier this week, and
it was actually last night, wasn't it?
Monday night.
Monday night. Somebody was rude.
Yeah, we had Jeremy London on, and there were some people putting some really rude comments in the chat. And we have respect for everybody, so it's I don't stand for that.
Yeah, and you got to be careful about what you put in the chat because certain keywords will automatically be flagged by Facebook or YouTube, and they will ban you for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
it's that simple. Because we live in a culture where you cannot fucking say what you want to fucking say.
Yeah. It's
anyway.
We're not going to go there, right?
No. I have my own theory about a lot of things, man. I'm on this how do I say this? I'm pretty chill for like somebody my age. Like I don't think anybody you guys have seen me, man, but you practically, you guys work with me. But I'm pretty like chill, man. Like every time, like my whole philosophy is like I was telling you earlier, like keep that negativity shit out of here, man.
Right.
Once you and man, people sometimes complain because they just want to, that's the only way they think they can be heard. It's just what it is, man. So, well, goodness. Oh yeah, there's the chat. I see. Oh, that's cool.
Uncle Dick. Yeah. See?
Yep.
Like Uncle Dick tonight. Oh yeah.
No. That's my cousin that's in the chat. We actually had an Uncle Dick that passed away, but yeah. Thanks.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
She's trying to say that I'm fucking old. I love you too, Sheree. Thanks.
I wouldn't say you're old. I would say you're seasoned. Think about it.
I just keep saying I'm like a fine wine. I just keep getting better with time.
No, you're not. He's not well seasoned.
Yeah, you're not. I like that expression when a lady uses that expression. Like she's like, I'm like a fine wine. Like, goddamn right you are. I hope you taste better than this $5 bottle that I got. But anyways. Listen, man, some people age like milk, some people age like wine. It just depends, brother.
Right. I'm not even gonna go there with
that. Is that where it's gonna take you? Oh,
that's horrible.
Jesus Christ. You would not want to be in a car with me for 3 hours.
No, I think it would be fun, actually.
Yeah,
really?
That would have to be
yeah.
That would have to be a recorded car ride.
Oh, dude, that was how we did our first podcast episode.
No shit.
With G King. Yeah, with G King. He's a good friend of mine, man. I met him through comedy and love that dude. He's doing great things. Like G King is That dude is the definition of like hustling. You know, him and a friend of mine, James Camacho in New York, like they are just hustlers. Like I asked him one time, I was like, dude, why do you stay in LA? It's so expensive. He's like, because the culture. He's like, it's the only place that I can walk down the street and a movie producer will meet me. And I was like, okay, I get it. But it's like so lonely, man. Like I wouldn't trade my family for anything. I think that's why for the longest time I never like people didn't interview me because like most people don't even know about me. Right. And then they find out and they're like what is it? I think Steve told me you said that is this dude real? Is he a fucking superhero or something? Steve said that somebody said, and I was like, the fucking superhero, bro. I'm fat right now. Wait till I lose weight, then maybe, maybe.
Well, no, I said, yeah, I definitely want to talk to this guy. He's got an extremely interesting story, especially with the interpretations. You know what I mean?
Interpretation.
Shut the fuck up.
No, that's actually correct because most people don't even know the difference between interpreting and translating.
Okay, I gotcha.
So
me probably.
No, and that's fine because most people don't. So I'll explain it to you very simply. Translation has to deal with the written word. Interpreting has to deal with the spoken word because we interpret what you are trying to establish. The goal of a good interpreter is to be able to convey a message from person A to person B in the most honest and in the best of their ability. Now, there's different modes of interpretation, right? So there is simultaneous, continuous, and then you have a sight translation, which is a form of interpreting, but it's called sight translating because you're taking a document that someone gave you out of the blue. You have no time to review it. And you have to start translating what you read. And then you have simultaneous, which is when he talks, I talk at the same time. And normally I have to teach people like block their voice out and listen to my voice. And then you have continuous, which is this person talks, I talk, this person talks, I talk, this person talks, I talk, this person talks, I talk. And yeah, that's pretty much a beginner course to like interpreting. But there's so much more to
Jeff got
it.
A phone call.
Oh, but there's so much more to it, like
right.
To be a good interpreter, I think first of all you have to know another language first of all, and you can be a pretty okay interpreter. To be a great interpreter, you really have to understand linguistics, and that's why like I argue with people when they talk to me, and it's like that's not what you mean. Like that's not even what that says. I do that with my wife a lot, but I mean everything.
Right.
I take everything, man, like, and you had said earlier about how everybody's offended. And I think I take everything as what is your intention, and recently I had like this epiphany after talking to like Tommy Chong on the podcast. Like, is this going to matter? If it's right, it's right. And if it's right and everybody says I'm wrong, but I know from my heart that I'm right for XYZ reasons, then fuck it. Right. And I just like had this thing where it's like, oh, I know where I need to go. And like literally like after that interview, like the podcast like skyrocketed and my life like became like I became so much less stressed. Like, like it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like most people my age aren't like that from what I'm told,
Right.
So it's just suffering, man. That's all it is. You suffer so much that you kind of just learn how to forgive. Plus, if you just, if you fuck with me or you touch me, I'll choke you. So
there you go.
Oh no, right. Eric has seen what happens when someone fucks with a homie. Eric has seen what happens when somebody fucks with a homie. Like it is. I like to give people chances, man, because you never know where the fuck somebody is.
Right.
That's why it's like I always like when you were telling me about comic books, I'm like, oh, you guys do comics. That's so dope. Because like people used to get picked on for that, and now everybody thinks it's cool to be a fucking nerd.
That's why we run on the Dorkening podcast network.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's so brilliant. The marketing does itself. It's like really, really nice. You guys do really good color coding too, by the way. Like really do color. I don't know if you know about color psychology. Do you, Leo? You do the colors?
I know a little bit on color theory.
Yeah.
I did. My life's gone through many transitions. I was a graphic designer for a little while, and yeah, now I'm in marketing. So
that's good. Yeah, that's good, man. I didn't have those skills. I grew up just speaking another language.
Well, everything I do is all self-taught. I used to work at a computer store, and on my breaks, I would just read all the books we had.
That's good. That's how I learned how to fuck too. I watch a lot of porn, and it taught me really well.
There you
go. Look at Jeff's face. I do it just to see his fucking face. He's like, "Oh dear God, did he really just fucking say that?" Oh God!
This interview is going to end in a bit.
This is me sober. Imagine that.
Right? Jeff's going to go downstairs to eat, and then usually his wife's like, "I can't believe that came out of your mouth, Jeff." Tonight she's going to be like, "He fucking beat you."
Yeah. Well, I can't tell you. I know I'm eating thighs.
Ooh, how are you cooking them?
I love how it took him a minute. Like, oh, that's fucked up.
It's so funny, man, because like we gotta warm him up. Yeah, we gotta warm him up. We can't. I can't attack. I'm sorry. That's on my. You know what? Thank you for correcting me. I can't attack him like that. Yeah, sometimes no, because sometimes. No, here's the thing. Here's why he says that. Is because we keep each other like really honest. And we've come to this understanding. It was really funny. We came to the understanding that, we're both veterans. And, he was in the Navy for 20 years. I was in the Army for 5. But I went to war and he didn't. So fuck him. No, and I was a smart man. And we keep each other honest. And, like, one thing we realize is, like, sometimes, like as a veteran, and if you have, like, veteran viewership, like, this is probably the best advice I give people. Like, stay with people that keep you honest, because it's really hard to navigate life in the civilian world. Like it's so fucking hard, man. And like, sometimes like, veteran humor is a little bit different. So sometimes we'll be somewhere and I gotta start popping jokes and he's like, "Hey, you gotta cut the fucking brakes. You don't want to come on people like that, But dude, so far people are like really nice to us, and sometimes I'm like, "Hey, you gotta slow the fuck down, son." And it's like we keep funerals. Yeah, funerals are very sad moments, but
See, I think you got to speed that shit up.
Well, you know what the difference is between a civilian and like a veteran, right? I always explain this. So, a civilian, if like their friend dies or something like that, a civilian will walk up at the morn and walk up to their wife and be like, "I'm so sorry. I can't believe this happened to you. If there's anything that I can do for you, let me know." And the veteran would walk up to the wife and be like, "I'm so sorry. I can't believe this happened to you. Let me know if there's anything that I can do to you. Do you feel like downloading Tinder? Is your daughter 18? Okay." See, that's veteran humor. And it's like most people hear that and they're like, "Oh my God, did he say it?" It's like, shut up. Like we're tired of
we had there's another show that we had on the Washdown. Have you heard of them?
No.
I can't remember where they're at. Kansas City?
Yeah, Kansas City's like 3 hours from us.
Yeah,
I think they're out of Kansas City. They're another client that Steve had, and they're first responders and ex-military.
Oh, nice.
And their whole show is based on trying to help other first responders and ex-military with PTSD and trauma, and helplines to let them know that there's there's help out there for them. But the veteran humor is where I'm going with that. Is we had them on the show and their veteran humor and first responder humor together. I mean, we were talking about they had one poor guy. It was his first time on the job, and they had him like looking for a severed penis.
Yeah, if you're new, that's your job.
Right.
You know what we used to do to our guys whenever we got somebody in the SWAT team? We had this door that we had a pretty good place to train, and we trained for fucking hours. And we had these doors that you'd adjust it and you had to break it in, right? The breacher would have to come in, like, give me a breacher. And what we do is we'd adjust it all the way. And dude, let me tell you, if you don't do like a perfect swing, like you have to go with your hips. That's where the power comes from, those battering rams. It's your hips. And dude, it took me like 4 tries when it was like all the way. And I've been told that that's pretty impressive. And I'm like, dude, 4 tries and I'm hitting it. Dude, we used to do that to the new guys, and you'd see them like trying to breach a door for like 10 minutes. What the fuck is happening? I'm like, put your fucking hips into it. Oh, dude. We used to be so horrible with that. But you know, it was yeah, man. It was all it was all out of love. You know, that's the thing. People always think that it's like the meaning and stuff, and it's like you're not getting it. Like you're not getting it. And if you can't get it, like how am I gonna? If you can't put up with La Migra. What? Okay, so
that was run.
La Migra. But yeah, man, no, you gotta enjoy life, man. That's why we have that humor. And sometimes people think like we go too far and whatnot, and I'm like, well, you know, you have to understand, like we're not coming out. Like I had somebody one time tell me, I can't remember, it was when I lived at this old apartments down here. I had a dude one time get upset and was like, hey, I'm talking to you. And I just looked at him and I'm like, if you're going to be disrespectful to me, I just ignore you.
Right.
People get pissed off. What people don't understand is like, I'm trying to give you a warning to like, leave me the fuck alone. And like, this dude was like, you should join the military. It'll teach you some discipline. I was like, yeah, man, fuck the army. He's like, how dare you say that? And blah, blah, blah. Oh, dude, I had a whole conversation with this dude. I was like, yeah, man, fuck the armed forces. They don't know what they're doing. And like, I was trying to say things like, you know, privates don't even know like their head from theirs. How dare you? They're braver than you for graduating basic training. And I'm like, oh God, you're not getting it. You're not understanding it. I go, yeah, man. You know, I heard that those sergeants, like if a sergeant got in my face, I'd choke his ass. He's like, they would fuck you up. And I'm like, I was a blue belt at that point in jiu-jitsu. And I was like competing a lot. So I had like, you'll see it on my Facebook. There's like pictures of me when I competed. It's ridiculous. And this guy's like, they'll choke you. And I was like, no, they won't.
Right.
No, they won't. I was a sergeant, bro. Shut up. I didn't know how to fight. Trust me. I thought I knew how to fight. I didn't know how to fight. I still don't know how to fight. Like, God, no, dude. God, no. It's crazy, man.
Y'all
it's
just
crazy.
Wicked quiet. Look at there. I looked over. I thought Leo's screen was frozen.
Yeah, no.
And Jeff was just like drooling.
Well, I
You're high as shit. Had an edible.
About dinner.
Yeah, it was an edible. See, you
That's
know,
good.
it was an edible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. What kind do you like?
Well, ones with THC.
No. Well, no. I mean, like, do you like the cookie stuff, or do you like
no.
gummy stuff?
I'm more like the gummies.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Fudge. I like fudge.
I can't. I have this thing like they have to be like gummies because I have rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah.
On my
gummies.
hands.
Yeah, gummies are my go-to.
Yeah, I have like rheumatoid on my hands, and like it's like really painful. And like the gummies is what helps, but I microdose a lot because I don't want I don't want to like be messed up around my kid or anything. And like sometimes when I have my kid, I just take an ibuprofen, even though it's so bad for you, man.
Right.
Ibuprofen is so bad for you, dude.
Yeah. Right.
That's good though. You should get on testosterone, Jeff. So you should
testosterone.
Hell yeah,
really?
Get on fucking testosterone. Good for you. Fucking
what the fuck
good for
are you saying?
What I'm trying to say is that way you have less pain, my man, because you're always in pain.
How do you know?
Because you said it earlier. You are high as shit.
There he is.
Jeff, how many fingers am I holding? Oh, that hurt. Oh, fuck, that hurt.
Good.
Oh, yeah,
I'm glad.
I just want to say to the person that just commented, you're watching the wrong damn show.
Well, everybody has an opinion. Here's the thing, man, is I've learned dude, it's so funny. I post videos on TikTok and whatnot, and it cracks me up because like I've had videos that have had 100,000 of views and like thousands of views, no comments. And I'm like, is it because people fucking hate me? And one of my buddies, Cameron Johnson, he's like a really famous TikToker that lives in town. He's like, nah, man, it just means that they like the video. He's like, I like it when people don't comment. I was like, oh, like I've never had like a negative comment or anything. Thank God, and even then, like I just stay away.
Hey, watch this. Didn't hurt myself.
Oh man. But you guys are in Boston, and where at else?
Connecticut.
Connecticut. I'm sorry.
Right.
That's all right. I'm from Puerto Rico, bro. I'm from Puerto Rico.
When we talked on the phone, you said, "I already like you." See, now I like you.
I get so much hate for being in Connecticut.
You know what's funny? I don't even know where the fuck Connecticut is, brother. I'm just giving you shit because
But
it's
Leo
just
is in an okay part of Connecticut because he's actually on a military base.
Oh, that's
Correct?
good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Don't tell me where.
no. It's a large Navy base, and
oh, it's a Navy base. Okay, there's a lot of gay
Yeah.
bars near Navy bases. I've heard. A lot of
I don't know about
Chippendales
that.
too.
Actually, there's several strip clubs, and it's pretty funny. One of them last year.
You know how the military has like war cries? You know what I'm talking about? Like the Marines say "hoorah," you know, the Army says "hoorah," right? In the Navy, they say "just the tip."
We are all going straight to hell for that.
Yeah,
that's all right. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too. As long as you'll translate and interpret for us when we get there, we're good.
Bro, you better have $100 an hour, homie.
Really?
Yeah. You think I'm fucking around? Yeah, dude. I got 18 years of experience.
I'll give you a fucking $100 an hour.
Dude, yeah. Well, teaching is 35. Like teaching, I teach Spanish.
So how'd you jump to 100?
Because interpreting and translating is a different skill. When I'm interpreting or translating, it's 100 an hour.
All right. Well, I want you to do.
Yeah,
we'll do the cheap one then.
Yeah, when I'm teaching, no, when I'm teaching, it's 35. Just because I don't like teaching, I pick and choose my students a lot.
Right.
Like shit, one of our guests was one of my students, Christian Hutchinson. He is huge in the cigar world. I don't know if you guys are cigar guys, but yeah, teaching is absolutely fun. I enjoy teaching, man. It's really weird. At 34, I wanted to I think I was just chasing the dragon. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, oh, I gotta do one more case, and it's a weird hierarchy. Like I'm at a point where if I got one big case, if I would have been able to be like El Chapo's wife's interpreter, because they caught her back in the day. Yeah. Dude, I could write a book and then I could retire off of that. But I'm at a point where it's I can pick and choose, man. I've done so much that it's my resume speaks for itself. When I teach, it's the funniest thing. We'll have a couple hundred people, and they always ask the same questions. So now I just address the questions, and I love teaching, man. I never thought I would like it. Right. Because I was like, oh, let me do one more case. Maybe this case will be even bigger. And it was really selfish of me, because I was I lost the love of what I did, and I started getting a little greedy. But I came to a realization, and now I'm not doing those cases anymore, man. I'm a dad. I'm just trying to teach and do podcasts, do interviews.
Have fun.
Yeah, just man. Yeah, man, because life is too short, man. I always tell people, if you really understood that phrase, you'd understand that nothing fucking matters. I told my wife the other day, she's like, oh my God, it's don't fucking matter. It's tell me what it needs to be solved, throw money at it. If we don't have the money, we'll make the money, we'll work for it. But it just, you really realize when life is so fucking short, And that's the number one thing I tell people. You were talking about how helping veterans these guys do, man. I'm part of a thing called We Defy, and it helps veterans pay for jiu-jitsu and whatnot. And I tell you what, man, I remember when I got out, I was really lost, and I remember what kept me going was going to jiu-jitsu and just being with my friends. I have two friends that those are those ride or die homies, that if you say, hey, I need $17,000, they go, give me a second, let me make some phone calls type of friends. And dude, I remember one time one of them got really sick and we got super scared. And I started thinking, I was oh, fuck, and it just hit me. It wasn't even Iraq what hit me. It was here in the States, man. A lot of stuff here in the States. The Joplin tornado really opened my eyes a lot. Because when you're at war, it was my mind's I'm at war. I'm going to see these things. This is normal to see them. I put myself here. But when I did search and rescue in Joplin, bro, that yeah, man. But all for the better, man.
Right.
Does Rico have a college degree? Yeah, I have a bachelor's and a few minor degrees. So minor degrees. In any other context, that would sound so horrible. Jesus.
So one thing, sorry, I thought I turned that off.
Somebody's calling you.
Yeah.
No.
No, that was a
How are you?
My heart pill I gotta take.
Oh shit.
Well, you better fucking take it.
I just did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Holy
He's
shit.
He's like, yeah, I'm good, guys. Real good, guys.
We didn't really touch we talked about a little bit about your podcast, but what's the format? You know, how many shows do you do a week?
Oh man, so we do 2 to 4 shows a week. And if you guys need me to stay more, I can stay more. By the way, I cleared my night for this because Steve told me.
Well, I've got a time limit because my fucking chicken's gonna be done.
Oh, you gotta go eat that. You know, man, my podcast. We do 2 to 4 shows a week. They're long format. We used to do like 3-hour interviews, and you can get a lot out of some people. But what we discovered is that I'm pretty okay at like interviewing people, and that comes from like learning interrogation tactics and like learning not interrogation tactics, but like learning how to talk to people. You know, because you do a lot of stuff in the Army and you learn a lot of stuff. And when you sit down after so many years and you start like really thinking about the stuff you learn, you realize like the skills you have. And we started doing long format. Didn't have so many views. And then we were like, let's just do an hour. And we created a formula of like, okay, well, we saw that the data said with this guest, we had this many. Well, this is why. And, you know, I like breaking things down. And then we got an iHeartRadio and we did a commercial with them. And yeah, it's the Rico Podcast. That's what it's called. It's called Rico Podcast because I want to showcase where I'm from. Rico in Spanish. Rico means like good, like delicious. So it's like the delicious podcast. That's a little thing that most people haven't figured that out. Like if you take Rico and podcast, it's like delicious podcast. So yeah.
Okay.
And we have the hot sauce, so we can put that on there.
Yeah, dude, I like that. I like the logo for the hot sauce. I like how you make the colors darker as it goes up. It like really catches the attention. That's really cool. Yeah, color coding. You guys do really good color coding. We were talking about that earlier.
Right.
Like I learn a lot doing that. But yeah, man, that's what my podcast is. And like the motto of the podcast is BYOB, bring your own buds. And it's just me sitting down with some friends. You know, I've had friends that I have friends who are actors that have messaged me at 2:00 in the morning and I answer at 2:05. And, you know, their message was, hey, man, just got divorced. I'm dropping her off here and I'm coming over to do the podcast. Like, yeah, okay, cool. Like these are the type of things that happen. Or I'll get a text message. What was it the other night? I got a text message that a friend of mine was at the Moss Shrine, and I say brother. I'm also a Freemason, and he said, yeah, Tech Nine's here, and I was talking to him about your podcast. You should come down here, and I was like, I'm already in bed,
right?
And I was like, I didn't know who Tech Nine was, and my wife started getting mad. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck. But like, nah, man, like that's the type of person I am. Like my priority is my wife, my daughter, you know, myself overall. Because if I'm not good, I can't take care of them.
Right.
So then it's my wife, because if everything's good between me and my wife, doesn't matter what happens between me and my kid. You know, because I know I can handle it. And you know, then my kid. Because if my wife and my kid are good and I'm good, then fuck the rest of the world. Money don't matter to me.
Right.
So yeah, man, that's just how I am. I'm a little weird dude. I'm a little weird 34-year-old white Puerto Rican dude, you know? Like, but yeah, man, you guys are
no, I like your attitude, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do.
A lot of people, it's funny because a lot of people come
I'm a
talk to me
58-year-old white dude.
Oh, you don't look 58. I'll be honest with you. No, I'll be very honest with you. I would have thought you were like 45, 47. I would have never guessed 58. And I'm pretty good with ages. Like I'm pretty accurate, you know, but I would have definitely said 45, 47 to you. Well, your shoulders don't like slug down. Like you still keep your shoulders parallel, which means your posture hasn't gone down. So
that's normally a lot of masturbation.
Well, motherfucker said masturbation. This is awesome. Dude, I don't know what that is, man. I've been married for a year. I'm still in the honeymoon phase, bro.
Yeah.
I got married. Dude, you laugh. We went to Colorado in February because, COVID happened last year around our honeymoon. And like we go to this dispensary, and the lady like looks at us, and my wife was like, "Yeah, this is our this is our honeymoon." And these old ladies in Colorado, Las Animas, Colorado, so nice. They go, "Oh my God, well come over here, bro," and they start like giving you like free edibles and stuff, and I was like, "Oh my God, am I in a weed shop or am I in Costco? Like, what is going on here, man?"
Right.
The Costco for weed. It was really nice though. Colorado was beautiful. We stayed at the Medal of Honor Center because Pueblo, Colorado is the only town to have 3 Medal of Honor recipients in the entire world. Fun fact about Medal of Honor recipients,
which you know a lot about.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, man. I have a bucket list, and part of that bucket list is to interview a Medal of Honor recipient. I actually have 2 right now that I've been talking to. Kyle White, and I can't remember the other one. But yeah, man, I'd love to. It would, dude. Yeah. I mean, I had Tommy Chong, and that was on my bucket list. That was literally a bucket list item of me. I said that. I think 8 years ago, I was like, if I could ever interview somebody, like when I started thinking about doing things like this,
right?
It took me years to do a podcast, years. When I first met him 2 years ago, I had thought about it, but I didn't feel like I didn't feel like I had enough to talk about, and I was very immature. I remember thinking, oh my God, yeah, I could do this. And I was like, nah, I'm not ready. And it's kind of weird because now, with Steve and everything, it's everything's just going. And I remember something my dad used to say, he's like, if things are just happening naturally, he's like, that's where you should be.
Right.
It's if they're happening naturally, but you've put in the work and everything. And I was like, I remember when you called, I was telling him we were going to go to this networking event. But I was like, man, I really don't want to go. I've been working all day. I just want to play Xbox. And then you called, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm doing a show tonight. I enjoy this.
Right.
I enjoy the shit out of this.
Oh, we do too. I mean, like I said, we started.
Well, I never wanted to do this.
No,
really?
No, he didn't.
No, I did not want to do this.
Wow.
No.
Are you glad you did though?
I'm still mixed.
Still mixed. Well, what is it, if you don't mind me asking? What is it that has you mixed?
No. I enjoy it now. But
That's good.
no, it was not something that I really wanted to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like I said to you on the phone.
But it works. So
yeah, we never really.
I can be me.
We never really wanted to get into the broadcast/podcast side of things because we had a lot going on with the comic book, everything that we were doing from that, branding our merchandise, working with, different companies, getting the hot sauce out.
Yeah.
We met Leo. Leo actually interviewed us at one of our first cons that we were at back in 2019 or 2018. But like I said to you on the phone, I presented it to Jeff, hey, Philo Barnhart, the creator of The Little Mermaid and stuff. And he's like, yeah, he's a great. And I said, he's been interviewed 5 or 6 times this year, and nobody put the interviews out. And it's the 30th anniversary of The Little Mermaid. He created.
What the fuck?
So
why do people not care?
I went to Leo, and then I went to Jeff, and I kind of pulled the heartstring, and I'm like, come on, we got to do a show with him.
Yeah,
and then
that'd be interesting.
It was cool. We can get him for you.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely. I'd be honored.
So if you lose me, I'm looking at my battery. It's 5.
Can you see your battery? I don't think you can see your battery.
He was actually looking at the chicken timer instead.
No, it's the 4. So,
Eyes and fries and 4.
Yeah, no, you might lose me.
That's
we
all right.
Lost you once.
Yeah, man, it's really crazy because I'm actually voicing an anime character for a show from a friend of mine called Cortland Tyler. I had him on the podcast, and I didn't realize how popular he was because he's designing his own video game and his own anime. And he like had approached me. How did this happen? It was really weird because that's also a bucket list thing of mine. And I remember I told a friend of mine when we were in like I think we were like in 8th grade. And I said, man, someday, like watching Dragon Ball Z, I was like, man, someday I'd like to voice an anime character, even if it's just one line. And sure as fuck, Cortland's like, hey man, I'd like you to voice this character. I think it'd be cool. And I'm this teacher that to not give too much because I signed an NDA. I'm a teacher who has lost everything, and I pretty much want to destroy everything. And I can tell you that the one line that I read that I sent was, I said it and they were like, he sent me back. He goes, bro, that's super creepy. He's like, you're in. And I was like, what? He goes, yeah, like everybody heard him. They're like, who the fuck is this guy? Because I'm like really mad in the scene and whatnot. And I was like, okay, I'm kind of thinking, okay, I got it. And like I sent it, and yeah, man, I'm still doing a lot of stuff. Like I still, awesome. Yeah, dude, I want to do, there's so much I want to do, man. Like I wish I had, sometimes I don't wish I had more money. I wish I had more money. If I had more money, my friends would also be taken care of better. But like, I don't know. I like doing this stuff. And, you know,
well, if you had more money, you can take people with you.
Well, yeah, it's not even, you know, man, it's not even that. I kind of finally figure out how to say it. My thing is, if I had more money, I could help my friends and like not have to worry like, oh, I don't have enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like if I have more, it's like, oh, I can just help my friends, and then my friends become better, you know? And then when they become better, it's like when we go out, it's not a matter of, oh, how much is this? It's no, where the fuck are we going? Like that's to the point that I like to be, you know? And I don't, you know, I'm not extravagant and shit. Like I'll eat ramen. Dude, I used to eat ramen noodles every day, man, for 7 months. Like I know what that's like, you know, like you got to do what you got to do. But, yeah, that's why everybody gets fed, man. I'm always terrified. You don't know, you know, some people, bro, they don't even know where their next meal's coming from, man. You know, that breaks my fucking heart. That's scary to me, bro. You imagine? Like, all right. It's like caveman days now, homie. It's scary, man. It's scary.
But Leo, you got another show to do tonight.
I do. 2 of them.
You're doing 2 more tonight.
Oh, geez.
Nice.
Wow. No, 2 live shows?
No, 1 live show, and then we also every Wednesday we do a pre-recorded show. So we're launching a couple new podcasts.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, nice. We're alternating the Dork Night and then Comics Paradox.
This all sounds really cool. We'll have to talk more about all that because we don't know what to do, man. I have something that I'd like for everybody to hear, and I'm up to a point now that it's like, I don't know. I just want to have fun, you know? Like, I think I suffer too much in my 20s, and Eric just keeps suffering. I don't know why.
Because he's next to you.
Because he's next to me. Don't fucking shake your head. This motherfucker.
Well, do you travel on the dork side?
Say again, I'm sorry?
Do you travel on the dork side? Are you
oh yeah.
Are you a dork? You say you play Xbox.
I fuck around with Xbox. My gamer tag is Havlix_army. I play a little bit of everything because I also network when I video game. So like I've had like friends that I've got an actual business from for my translation business. Nice. Actually, funny story. Talking to Larry Hankin today, he's coming out with an autobiography book. And jokingly, I said, you know, man, you need a translator for that? Maybe a Spanish translator? He goes, yeah, I do. And I was like, oh. So then off there, he goes, yeah, man, as soon as I get it, I'll send it to you as translator. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, that's the type of stuff that I want to do now. I don't want to do trafficking cases. I want to do cool shit.
Right.
I want to do cool shit like that.
Yeah,
I paid my dues.
When we had Larry on, we talked to him a little bit, and he was talking about how he was going live.
Yeah.
That was the show I missed, wasn't it?
That was you had the concussion. Me and Dustin did that one.
Well, didn't he show up in the background, or was that?
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah, I showed up.
Yeah, he walked by and waved. Yeah. But no, he was talking about how he was doing a live show, and when we got off the air, I was like, hey, network and this. And then he's like, well, we're going to talk. And then he goes, I really want to do. And he dropped a couple of things and we're like, we'll connect you with the studio.
Dude, it was so funny. I think he had this idea where it was going to be like, oh, what about Friends? And what about this?
Right.
He was so happy. Like, he was like, he genuinely, like, that's probably the best fucking episode I've ever recorded. Like, I got off, and as soon as we hung up, I threw my headset. Eric threw his headset. I was like, fuck you! It's like, I'm 100% sure my neighbors think we shoot gay hardcore porn in here. No, for real, because, like, all you hear is, like I'll be playing Xbox, right? And all of a sudden, they'll hear, like, sit the fuck down, motherfucker, and hold my purse, bitch. Like, we'll get a kill. Dude, no, for real. My wife, oh my God, bro, when I play PUBG, like, I fuck around with PUBG. Like, I'm okay at PUBG. But I got to.
So, just in case, I just want to say thank you for coming on. My battery's like 2%.
You take it easy, Jeff. Don't fall asleep.
He's so fucking high right now. You could blindfold this guy with floss.
Huh?
I wish I could get that high.
What I was going to ask real quick. Have you seen the new What If?
Yeah.
What if?
Do you want to join us at 9?
For
the Dorkening.
He's got another live show right after.
Yeah,
this.
we're doing a live show at 9.
Oh, you want me as a guest?
Yeah, you want to join us?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, bro. I ain't got nothing to do. I cleared my night for this.
There you go. I sent you a friend request, so I'll send you the contact info.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, dude. But yeah, man. No, I love dorky things. I'm a big anime fan. Actually, another bucket list would be to get a guy who's done like a mainstream anime, like the Shonen Jump guys. I grew up watching that, man. I grew up on that, and it helped me a lot with my English too. Like people always make fun of me because I was like, they're like, you have no accent, and I'm like, yeah, pero si te empiezo a hablar de esta manera, vas a ver de donde yo soy. So if I start talking to you in that way, you're gonna know where I'm from. So it's like, it was all those shows, dude. I grew up actually, like, what I do, and this is funny. I'm gonna give out a business tactic. There's no interpreters listening. Fuck it. One thing that makes me really good, and most people don't know it, is I translate Jerry Springer videos. That's what I do. That's how I get.
Really?
That's how. Yes, because what I do is you have to be able to be, I think, like less than 2 seconds. You got to have less than 2 second delay from when someone's talking. So there's like many things that are happening in your brain. So what I do is I'll just pop up, like for training, because I do this every day. I'll pick a random Jerry Springer video and I'll have a notepad and I'll try to translate it in my head and see how far I can go, without stopping. But it's hard sometimes. But that's how I get, like, that's how I used to practice interpreting and whatnot. It was an old trick a teacher taught me.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, dude. There's so many things you can do that. There's so many things you can do as training. You know what I'm saying? As an interpreter, people don't. They're just lazy. They think that they need to like do that.
2% went to 0, just like
that. That dude is gonna be so happy eating that chicken. I'm kind of jealous.
Right.
Oh man.
But Leo, you do have another show, and for all our viewers and listeners for later on, you make sure you can check this gentleman out. Where, Leo?
Well, over on the Dorkening Podcast Network, where you can also find just about 40 shows on a network. A lot of awesome people doing a lot of awesome stuff. So head on over to thedorkening.com. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, just about everywhere. And more important, check the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. And you can find all the information about our awesome guests and Benjamin and Jeff and Still Toking with and everybody we're affiliated with, including Hellfire Radio as well. That about cover it?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
So why don't you do your thing, seeing how you're gonna have him for another hour to play with.
Leo and I are just gonna start talking shit.
Oh, totally. I want to thank everybody for watching, and so where do you like people interacting with you on social media?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. Like, I really, really enjoy this. If you want to get a hold of me for anything, the best place would be my email, I answer my emails quicker than I answer a phone call. And it's a RAB as in boy, D as in Delta, EL440 @gmail.com. My Facebook is Richard Aviles. My TikTok is at Richard Aviles 51. I have 5,800 followers. I'm trying to get to 10,000. And my Instagram is language_ninja. And if you want to talk about anything, I'm always down to talk to people, man. I enjoy talking. And I know a lot of things. So yeah, right? I appreciate you guys having me, man. It's been awesome.
Well, we appreciate you coming on. Yeah. So Leo, are you going to do yourself or do I have to?
I thought I did myself. Yeah, just, my name's Leo Pon. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard. I think I was downgraded to chimp. Hopefully I'll make it back up to gorilla. And just Google Leo Pon. You find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not. I'm not going to say which is which. But like I said, I run the Dorkening Podcast Network. 40 shows, actually, with Hellfire and everything. A little over 40 shows on the network. And
40 and count.
40. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. Yeah.
What else is new? Yeah, see? The wrong fucking button again. How do you stay married if you keep hitting the wrong fucking button?
Oh, I'm fine there. I'm just
saying, man. I'm just saying.
Better make a lot of money.
Right?
Better make a lot of money.
So, like Leo said, there's a ton of shows on the network. Pay attention in the upcoming months. We have some really big names joining the network, bringing some big shows. So, yeah, that's going to be cool. Yeah. I had to sign an NDA.
You did?
But, no, fuck no. I was actually gonna start name dropping, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait
definitely wait. Don't want to tell the competition what we're doing things,
Listen,
fuck that.
Listen. We can tell the competition everything we're doing. Yeah. You know what? They're still
not gonna be able to do it.
Not gonna hit the reach in numbers that we have.
Yeah, man. I learned that, dude. I send, dude, I'll tell you this right now. If I can do a project, because I tell someone, like, I get people, I'm pretty good at, like, dialecting people into, like, no, you don't want me. And I'm like, this is what I am. And I tell them up front how much it is. And, dude, I tell you right now, I have a relationship with a guy from Silver Bay Translations that I send him business. Dude, I've never had an issue. Never had an issue. Never. All the contrary. Like, he sends me stuff when he doesn't want to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that whole thing, like, I mean, for certain things, I guess, yeah, I can understand, but
right.
Dude, they could know they ain't gonna beat you guys. you know.
No, they're not.
Come on now.
Leo, I already gave you the analytics for 28 days, and I gave you the analytics for a year. They can try. They can try. But every time they step where we are, we're 3 steps ahead.
And that's the beauty, man. You gotta recognize real, and you gotta recognize what's good.
Right. But in all seriousness, to all our veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for doing what you do every day, so people like us can come up here and do what we do every day. Excuse me. We're out of here. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
That's nice.
So come on. Step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on.